Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
Buddy Kuti, Vitona! Buddy Kuti, Vitona!
Buddy, get lost. Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
We have reviewed more than 500 Indian movies on the channel, and today's one was once again picked by one of our awesome Masana Meister tier supporters. Anand Joseph has picked the 1990 Malayalam language comedy thriller in Harihar Nagar. It was written and directed by the duo Siddique Lal, and I think this is the first movie by them that we have watched. I mean, we have seen a few movies in which Lal plays a role, but I think this is the first one directed by the famous duo Siddique Lal. It was a big hit. It is regarded as a comedy classic in Malayalam cinema. It spawned two sequels many years later, and it was remade in Hindi twice, in Kannada, in Tamil, and in Telugu. So, who's in the movie and what it is the movie all about?
The movie starring Mukesh, Siddique, Jagadish, Ashokan, Geeta Vijayan, and Rizabwan. The film is set in the fictional locality.
What is the name of the villain? Riza?
Rizabwan.
Isn't it Rizabava?
Rizabhavan?
Rizabava?
Yeah, maybe. I was writing this really fast.
Wait a second, I have to look that up. But
He's
you can
John
continue.
Honai.
You can tell me a little bit about the story.
So the film is set in the fictional locality of Harihar Nagar, and where we follow four unemployed bachelors: Mahadevan, Govindankuti, Thomaskuti, and Apukutan. They attempt to woo their new neighbor Maya. She's in town to investigate the mysterious circumstances surrounding the death of her brother.
Yes.
And these two stories intermingle and become one hell of a ride.
Absolutely. So that's the guy.
Rizabava.
Rizabava,
okay.
yeah.
Not Rizabvan. But
Sorry.
maybe Rizabvan also exists.
It was the first time that you messed up an Indian name, I think.
The very first time. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that.
Oh yeah, but that's the movie. So we're dealing with a comedy here that's also a serious thriller
like
at
a
times.
thriller. Yeah, and let's start at the very beginning. I think the movie has a great opening segment.
Yes.
During the opening credit sequence, we follow a mysterious suitcase. We have no idea what's that all about. And it ends with a very violent and bloody headshot.
Yeah.
It looks pretty awesome and pretty bloody, and I was not expecting something like that. And then we change the location because that's taking place in Mumbai. And then we are going to Kerala, to Harihar Nagar. And then at first the sequence is also tense and we don't know what's going on. We get a car chase with our four protagonists and a woman that's screaming. And then the comedy kicks in because it was all a huge misunderstanding. The woman is pregnant. And our four guys who just beat up all the people in the car are just for, I don't know, goofballs. And I thought that was a really great introduction, and also introduction to the shifts in tone that we will get in this movie. And then we get the first song and dance sequence.
That introduces these four bachelors.
That introduces us to these four bachelors and their lifestyle.
And their clothes, their different colorful clothes.
I noticed that as well. I think that's just typical for the era. And the soundtrack, by the way, was composed by S. Balakrishnan. Only two songs in this one. The one at the very beginning and then like halfway into the movie, almost kind of a romantic song. And I have to say, I really liked the whole first half of the movie a lot. It's just classic comedy stuff, just like misunderstandings and four guys who are have some kind of scheme and nothing really works out. And from today's day, also from today, looking at this, it's of course
Bit weird to see for
grown ass men
Yeah.
like in their late 20s, early 30s, like stalking a woman who's I think like 18.
Yeah,
But because these guys also appear a little bit pathetic, so we laugh at them. So it was fine with me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to like stomach this because it's like these four guys. The new neighbor Maya moves in, and they're like, at the moment she like appears on the balcony or in front of the house. They're like, whoa, I'm the one who gets her. And then the whole thing kicks in where they just try everything. They exploit every option it's possible to get through to her. Like woo the grandmother, woo the grandfather, pretend to be friends of her dead brother. That's like the main storyline. But also like reading her letters and everything. It's really hard. I mean,
it's a comedy.
It's a comedy. Yeah. It's a silly comedy at the beginning. And so it was fine, but it still was really hard to like these guys. Yeah, I mean, especially because there are four guys, but only like maybe two of them have like some very like outgoing traits that you like that you can say about them. But
they blend
still,
together.
Yeah, they blend pretty much together, and it works. You know, they're fun, and as a comedy, I am totally fine with it. But I still was thinking, man, what are these guys doing? It's like, who came up with this idea? I mean, the story for this movie.
Lal and Siddique, the comedy duo. And I have to say, the comedy was quite fun. There are really hilarious moments in there when the mother of Maya, no, the grandmother of Maya, thinks that the guy wants to kill her, and she's coming with a machete at them. She kicks him. That was really was really fun. I really enjoyed the whole sequence.
Especially the shot where she kicks him. Yeah, it's like the foot comes out of nowhere. It looks really fun. Like a kung fu movie.
Definitely. And I mean, the whole first half is very like lean back, chill, colorful. And
like a series, it's even like a series of sketches. Really, there's so many fun stuff. How they try to get to her, like all this boxing stuff, where in the boxing ring trying to impress her, because her brother was a boxing champion, and it's kind of fun how like this competition comes up where the four try to like outplay one of the others to get Maya, and it's really fun.
And there are of course also quite a lot of brawls. With the familiar sound effects and with the familiar like fighting choreography. So a lot of fun. So I was really entertained for the first half, and I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy the second half at all. I enjoyed it quite a bit, but at the halfway point, the movie is shifting like genre gears, and for a while it becomes very serious. First, let me start with a thing that I really enjoyed. I thought Riza Bava is giving us a really memorable villain. I mean, just his looks alone, he's a very, very distinct personality. And he reminded me of someone, and I was wondering if he reminded you as well.
Let's hear it. I don't know.
I thought about Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight
from Seinfeld
in
Jurassic Park, because of his smile and the eyes.
I can see that,
and I totally thought about him, and he's great in the movie. So he was really fun. But when the movie is shifting gears, we get like I think 20 minutes, 25 minutes, basically the big flashback in which the one woman Sister
Josephine
Josephine is like telling the entire story to Maya. We get this extended flashback, and we have seen this in quite a few Indian movies. In that flashback, we get like two new characters. We have heard about them before. Andrews and Setu. But our main protagonists are like out of the movie for like almost half an hour. And this flashback is very serious, and it's a kind of a revenge story. And I'm not really invested in that stuff.
Even how like this the second half is executed, it's like it feels like a totally different movie at times. I mean, it's fine because if you like make a hard cut and say, okay, the first half is like a silly comedy and the second half is now a thriller. Yeah. And you can do that. Maybe that works. But yeah, like you said, we have this thing with the flashback. Our characters more or less disappear. And then we get like this mishmash of the serious movie and the comedy. And that's also something that not always works. Where I thought, okay, so now these guys are tortured and they are really like scared to lose one of their friends. Where is he? Where is he? What did you do to him?
Yeah.
And the next scene is, I mean, it's like totally bonkers fun. And that is fun. I like that. I like this, like where you get an improbable situation where a fun thing happens, but still it's like, I don't know. It's this mishmash, and I guess the Malayali people, they love this kind of stuff.
I'm pretty sure.
And I was also wondering when I read about this movie, it's the most hilarious comedy ever. And I thought, okay, yeah, I know this is a comedy, but there's so much serious stuff going on, and we're talking about suicide and murder, and I thought, is this really the most hilarious comedy? I mean, but there's so much serious stuff going on. This is a thriller. There's car chases and really serious stuff. I thought, oh, it's a hilarious comedy. Yeah, but it still is hilarious.
Yeah, just because of these four.
Yeah. But I think it doesn't like blend that well.
Yeah. But I have to say, I was relieved when in the middle of a torture scene, it changes to being funny again. The music changes.
They do it rather fluidly also.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, thank God it's now becoming a comedy again, because the melodramatic stuff, the serious stuff, it was okay, but I'm not really invested in these two guys. And I also thought it was a bit weird, but that's fine. Sister Josephine is telling the story, and we get the flashback, and the flashback ends with not only Andrew being killed, but also Setu's being murdered. And I was wondering, how does Sister Josephine know all of this? Who told her what we just saw?
I mean, especially the end of this flashback doesn't make sense.
No, Setu is going to the villain, and then he's killed, and then the flashback ends, and we are back with Sister Josephine. And I was like,
maybe John Honai came to her and told her, like villain style, it told her everything, and then I killed him, and maybe like that. But yeah, you're right. But this was the moment when she tells Maya the story. I was also like losing it for a minute, where I thought, what? Who does what? Because there are so many names, and this I completely forgot about the briefcase, by the way. When the briefcase when John Honai came in and wanted the briefcase, I was thinking, there's this briefcase at the beginning of the movie. So I was kind of lost, but then as much as like the flashback killed the flow of the comedy a bit, it was kind of nice to have it, because it helped me to understand the story, better. And actually, the flashback in itself, I liked. Because I thought the character of Setu kind of worked, and this like connection to the present, where she's like looking for him. I thought it was okay. Yeah.
And of course, this is very much a cultural thing. It's just the formula. Old Indian movies, even new Indian movies, maybe specifically old Malayalam movies, worked with, and it's not that we haven't seen something like this before, but still sometimes
but there are also like it's not like every movie is like that. There are comedies that really like push it through to be a comedy from beginning to end, and this I it's really a personal thing, but by now I really think like this mishmash of comedy and drama really has to be like very specific to become something that I really like. It more often is something where I think it's like these tonal changes just don't work for me that well. It's just something personal.
I totally get that. But the performances by all four guys is pretty fun, especially if they see that the grandfather or the grandmother is there as well, and they know, of course, their faces. And, a lot of fun. And of course, there's the famous catchphrase, Thomas Kuti,
Vito da!
Vito da, exactly.
And I mean, they really like disappear 2 times.
That was something that
I was thinking maybe they trying to tell us they have superpowers, but later on they're just running away, so it's not working anymore.
No, I really enjoyed that in the first half. They were also, I mean, the whole opening credit sequence is without dialogue, and it's just with the suitcase. And then when Maya arrives, they are like hiding and singing a song, and they're hiding behind some kind of wall, and the framing, and then the blocking of the characters, it's really it's not just like, let's just film the situation as it is. So they put some effort in that.
Absolutely.
And when they disappear, and then we have this very simple camera trick, or editing trick rather, just like they are gone. Small things like that makes it like appear more like a creative movie, they are doing something fun, also with the technique and filmmaking, and I like that a lot. And for a Malayalam movie, or for an Indian movie, rather short. I mean, it's still over 2 hours, but
2 hours 8 minutes or
2 hours 8 minutes, so it's quite light.
And we get a exploding ending.
Yeah, true.
I mean, come on. I don't know if it makes sense at all. It can, but I liked the ending. It's fun.
It's pretty brutal again.
And
it was kind of weird that our 4 protagonists aren't even there.
They aren't even there, it's and the mother of Setu is like in the mother
of Andrews.
And mother of Andrews. It's like even in another movie. It feels like it's like a haunting thriller, like following through the John Hona is following Andrew's mother through the house, and they're like in a huge house. And she's like, and it's dark, and she's going there, and he's following her, and and then there's the oven was still on, and it's so much fun.
That's a great. I think the sequel came out
2016 or something.
Not 14, that long ago. And then there's a second sequel that's a horror movie, so another genre. It's like
all 4 of them are in it? Or?
All 4, the same actors. And the second one was also directed and written by Lal, and I think the third one as well. Siddique, I think, passed away a few years ago. Something kidney failure, but also combined with COVID. And even before that, the duo broke up a long time ago. So I think the 2 other movies are by Lal alone. The second one apparently is quite good. The third one apparently not so much. So the horror movie.
It's kind of. I mean, if it's supposed to be good, the second one, it's kind of would be interesting to watch it because of the time gap in between. 26 years later, it's interesting.
Anything else?
No.
Oh, then what would you say in German?
One thing. It was kind of nice for me because before I said how these 4 guys, they have no redeemable quality because I thought, what are they doing? It's kind of nice that but they read her letters. Come on, what are they doing? And when you think, there's this moment where they read the letter and they read about the suicide or the death of her brother. There's this moment where you think, oh my God, they have a heart. And then, but a second later, how can we exploit this? We are the friends of her brother.
But it was so funny. I mean, it's a comedy. And that one guy really said something really sinister, and I was laughing out loud because it was so extreme. And they
and at
the end they are confessing.
That's what I want to say. They get the things come around, and they try to do the right thing, and so. The thing.
All is well.
All is well.
Okay.
So
German.
German.
Deutsch.
In Harihar Nagar ist eine nette, aber nicht immer gelungene Mischung aus Blödelkomödie und ernsthaftem Drama. Boom.
Bautz. In Harihar Nagar ist charmante 90er Jahre Malayalam Komödienkost mit wunderbar aufgelegten Schauspielern, den üblichen verrückten Situationen und jeder Menge Schlägereien. Wie er dabei ins Thriller-Genre wechselt, ist interessant, aber mir auch etwas zu ausufernd. Just like my German part. So, I give in Harihar Nagar 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.1, but I don't do that.
For me, it's 6 out of 10.
That's really harsh. It's a Malayalam comedy classic.
It's more like 6.4, but I don't do that either.
Okay,
I know, but
it's okay.
We have seen so many comedies by now, and there are so many where I thought, man, this just blew me away. So I know it's not fair to compare, but in the genre itself, I think it's a little bit fairer.
Yeah.
More fair.
Wait a second. I think I messed up because I
You
said
watched
that-
another movie.
No,
A
but
different movie.
no, but it was Riza Bava who died just recently.
Okay, Riza
And
Bava.
He
And Siddique
died.
is still alive.
Yeah, kidney-related illness and COVID. And Siddique, I'm not sure. Let me look it up.
Thanks
but it
for
was, yeah, I just
Clearing that up.
I don't know, but
Siddique,
my
there
brain
is Govindankuti.
and Siddique.
Ah,
Oh, he died
okay.
even last year, but probably not from
Heart attack.
liver-related ailments. Okay, yeah, but just clarification.
Okay. So,
So
Yeah.
trivia.
did you know
Yeah.
that
No.
I have no trivia for this movie?
What?
I couldn't find any.
What?
I
That's-
didn't know.
It's really disappointing.
I mean, you gave me 2 trivias who told me when Riza Bava died
yeah,
and
that's
Siddique.
super fun trivia also.
My fun
Perfect
isn't-
for comedy.
But it was improbable that we do this right now. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Good.
All right. You can find us, follow us, and support us, and also pick a movie for us
Yeah.
on patreon.com/thejimmycage. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like.
Yeah, and if you want to like get the news, get
The news.
get an alert when a new video comes out by Jimmy and me, then you click the bell right here.